The Jenkins family lived in Fort Lewis in Washington, United States in the 50s. This fort is 33,000 acres and had more than 6,000 soldiers at the time the family was staying there. This fort has wild regions and has lots of thick vegetations. It also borders the American Lake. On May 4, 1950, 3 years old Tommy Jenkins was playing with neighbor's Irish setter dog around noon close to his residence. When Tommy didn't show up for lunch, authorities were notified and a search was started. The commander of Fort Lewis brought all the soldiers of the fort to search for Tommy. A soldier claimed he had seen the boy playing with the dog close to Gravel Quarry before going missing. 6,000 soldiers looked for the boy close to Gravel Pit and near beach. They also put helicopters and planes in the air. 3 bloodhound dogs were brought into the fort, but they couldn't pick up Tommy's scent. On the 3rd day of the search, soldiers heard sounds coming from the beach. They fought their way through thick vegetations and found Tommy playing with his dog on the beach. The soldiers had searched this exact area multiple times before finding Tommy, and they never found anything unusual there. Major Artie Heap said Tommy apparently was kidnapped for 2 days and brought back to the same spot he was kidnapped. Also, an army official said there was no way the boy could survive 2 nights in the open weather they had in the last 48 hours. During the time Tommy had been missing, the temperature dropped to low 40s Fahrenheit. Tommy's father tried to question his son about the disappearance, but he got vague answers. Tommy said he slept in areas where there were no homes. He said he had fallen in a creek with the dog, yet they were both dry. Doctors examined the boy and claimed he was in too good of a physical condition to be out for 3 days without any assistance. Eight years old Paige Wilson went to camping with her grandfather and her cousin 19 miles east of Colville, Washington in August of 2010. They were camping at Colville National Forest, which has lots of trees with thick vegetations. The group was playing and having fun when Paige disappeared on August 20th. How she got lost wasn't clear. Paige's grandfather realized she was missing around 4 p.m. and let the authorities know of the situation. Within hours, Fairchild Air Force helicopters were in the area searching for Paige. There were volunteers from different sheriff offices with bloodhound dogs, but the dogs were unable to track Paige's scent. On August 22nd at 8 a.m., after 2 days Paige went missing, she was found walking along a very isolated gravel road. She was found 4 miles from the area she was last seen. She had many scratches and bruises on her arm, but was relatively in a good shape. She had survived 40 hours in the wild, with the weather being around 30 degrees Fahrenheit. When Paige was asked how she got lost and what happened during her disappearance, she didn't say much. She said she wasn't sure what happened, but when she looked around, she was lost and alone. Mrs. Remisky and her 4-year-old daughter Marcella went for a picnic in Cheney's Falls inside Mount Rainier National Park, Washington on July 1st, 1950. At around 5 p.m., Marcella vanished and Mrs. Remisky notified the authorities. 50 rangers came to help along with 2 bloodhound dogs. They gave Marcella's scent to the dogs, but they couldn't track the scent. There were lots of volunteers who joined the effort. At 9 a.m. the following morning of Marcella's disappearance, Jack and Donald Noel were walking uphill looking for Marcella when they came across a bundle on the ground. They got closer and found Marcella sitting high on the slopes of Mount Rainier. She was in the wilderness for 16 hours and she had long scratches on her legs. They found her 2 miles from where she was last seen on an uphill. Mrs. Ramiski said Marcella had gone through her night routine because her dress was backward. She believed Marcella took off her clothes during the night and put it back on. In July, the nights reached to 30 degrees Fahrenheit in Rainier National Park. She wouldn't want to remove her clothes in a cold weather like that. She also said her shoelaces were crossed every which way. Marcella never talked about her experience and nobody knows what happened during this incident.